Oh, hi, Retro. Okay, I've waited long enough. Let's get this rolling. It's certainly been a hoot. I mean, today's usually my free day in streaming. I did have other plans, but since I had to cancel yesterday, it's like, nah, I want to get further in control. So here I am. Anyway, for a quick recap, we managed to make our way into Totally Not the SCP Foundation, and quickly ended up its director because we have this perfectly abnormal gun. Since then, it's basically been a series of increasingly weird events. One of the last things we did was cleaning up some trash that... It's barrels that we either were illegally getting rid of toxic waste, or people. Those might have been people barrels. I'm not sure. Looks like I need to go up to ventilation? So let's check the power plant. Something here. Wait, can I? No. Ow. Oops. Okay, probably don't want to blunder into the thick of it like that. What was wrong with your last computer, anyway? Where are ya? Where are ya? Okay, go down because I need some help. How many of you idiots are there? We done? Really though, I'm on a 1660, but I think I'm on I think I'm only on an i7. Might be a little later. I'd have to double check my specs. My computer is not exactly cutting edge. But, you know, as long as I'm not looking to play like Valhalla with RTX on, I'm probably fine. Yeah, it could be that. Yeah, I heard you talking about the Ascent on Discord. Curious, not sure I'm up for it now. I have a lot of other, like, looter-based RPGs to play at the moment. Was I in here? Just a chest, no file. Where am I going? I want to go up towards the control room. Yeah, I looked into it a little bit. Okay, I want to go to energy converters, and that's there. I'll think of maybe later. There's other games I want to look into right now. Like, I heard of one called, I think it was Waves of Steel, which is... You remember Warship Gunner 2? If you ever heard of it? Because it's basically that. There's other stuff, there's a game called Vomitorium that just came out. Looked like it's built on Doom engines. On the Doom engine. The same guy who made Shrine 1 and 2, which, that's kind of neat. Okay, there's the energy conversion. And also, dude. Now dead dude. I'm sorry, throwing things at these guys just never gets dull. Okay, here's the converters I need to get to. I plan on fully upgrading it so I can lift heavy objects. So that'll be fun later. Oh, okay, sometimes they're faking it now. Yeah. I'm interested in Vomitorium because I literally have a folder in my Steam library marked New Games Old Tech. It is exactly what it sounds like. And I just think it's neat. Okay. You're not what I wanted. Go away. You go up there.
It's fried up. You need to fix it before the old Twig pants inside the plant has a shit fit.
And my aim is terrible today. The heck? I think the last one's above me still. Let's just get rid of that. You know, I always find it weird when games do that. Like where an elevation difference just throws everything off. It's like, can't you tilt the gun up or down a little bit? You know, we both stream. If you're up for it, we have got to co-op something sometime, man. Oh, I think I finished this. This one's still on the work. Seriously, I'll get your ear on Discord sometime. I don't stream on the weekend, so I have plenty of time to talk. Because we probably have a good amount of overlap. Okay, there's these funny cube things. That usually means I gotta shove one somewhere. Why don't you just come with me for now? Oh, here we go. Like another on the other side? No. I feel like I should be going further up or something, but I don't see any way to do... Oh, this door opened. Hi there! I'm sorry, that's never going to get old. Okay, I see where the... Not you. I Let's see where the next one is. Grab the next one. No, I can't just break it down. Okay. Do they get ridiculously excessive? Are we talking like I ripped a turret off the tank and now I'm just carrying it levels of crazy? I think if I go back down, there was another gate somewhere. The answer is no. I have it wish listed. I'm just not feeling it right now. I don't want to spend too much on games this month, and I have some other stuff that better caught my attention. Again, I gotta get Waves of Steel, because I actually liked Warship Gunner 2, and somebody made it. Yeah, okay, you got me. I think I was just here. Control room's not ready to let me in yet. Maybe if I follow the... Whoops. Oh God. Well, this is... What the heck? What's going on in here? Looks like... mold? Don't want to be in here.
Together a little longer.
Yeah, it got turned around. Okay. I only saw 2 on the tower, and I've got them both, and it looked like I reached the top, but now I'm doubling back. So this was the entryway. They always give you more of the... Oh! There was one right there.
Let's go lift the lockdown.
Okay, I should be able to just climb up to the top and go into the control room now. Yeah, there we go. Control room's open. Oh, got a file. Upcoming game reminder. Next game is Wednesday at 8. Usual spot. Hazard owes me $20. Arish, still on a fucking winning streak. Somebody please figure out how he's cheating. Thompson, suspended for a game because of that shady dealing incident. Guy, I owe you $60. I brought beers last time, so it's Hepstinall's turn. Remus. Oh, that was the elevator. I don't need to... Maybe on the way back I'll need it. Red, expect hiss. Oops, we're charging. So you know what? We're getting close, so I'll use the shotgun mode instead.
To protect them. Forces contain a lockdown. Only be lifted by a directorial override.
This is...
Oops.
That's it. The other sector should be open now. I think it's time I told Emily why I'm here. I'll risk it. You two should get to know each other.
Where in here was that control point I could just fast travel back? Go back to Central Executive. By the way, how far did you get into Control? I played it a bit before I start, a few months before I started streaming it. I got to, about when you get the hotline.
Person with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
It's one of the doorways on the floor, I think. Other way.
A lot of these questions could be answered by obtaining a live specimen.
Jesse, you made it. And you lifted the internal lock. Listen, Emily.
Screw it. Just tell her.
I haven't been completely honest. I have a younger brother, Dylan. When we were kids, we found an old slide projector in Ordinary's landfill. The slides created doorways to other places. Bad things happened. Came through.
That's all she gets. The rest stays locked inside.
But we found help. Through one of the doorways, we met something. A being.
A being? What kind of being?
It's hard to describe, but she helped us. We managed to turn the projector off. The bad things that came through the doorways were gone. After that, your people came. Tried to grab us. I ran away. They got Dylan.
I left him behind.
Bureau agents took your brother?
Yes. You covered it up. No one believed me. I just want to find Dylan. I've been looking for him ever since.
What happened to the slide projector? It sounds like another object of power.
I thought you took it. The Bureau. Along with Dylan.
I've never heard of it. But around here, I assume everything's classified. You know, I looked into the ordinary AWE case files after you mentioned it. Trench and Darling were both involved. A large area of the containment sector was reserved for it. The case hasn't been active for a long time. I have no idea if anything's still there. Can you tell me more about this being you found?
Let's hope you two get along.
She's been with me ever since Ordinary. In my head. She led me to you. I call her Polaris.
As in a guiding star. Did Polaris know about the hiss? If she got you in here in spite of the lockdown, she's very powerful. Which may help explain your test results. Your readings are incredible, Jesse. Now, cross-referencing them with the database, I found 2 matches in Darling's old classified files. Unfortunately, I can't access them beyond the file codes, but one was P6, referring to a prime candidate for a potential future bureau director. This was logged years ago.
Dylan. Is that Dylan?
The other match is on something called Hedron, which must be connected to these Hedron resonance amplifiers somehow. All I know is that Marshall went to the research sector to secure the HRA production after the hiss first attacked.
So, Marshall seems like our best lead on Dylan.
I need to go after her. How can I get to the research sector?
Use my keycard. The sector elevator will take you there.
Marshall is the next step. What Emily told me about Ordinary, my powers being connected to things in the Bureau's past. I am so close to something. Do you feel it? Something's coming.
We take turns to come for a visit. I helped you. You owe me now. And when time comes, I will come calling.
Well, now that I can speak again, I'll note those awkward close-ups. That's probably deliberate. It's that kind of game.
Attack the power plant. Brings up a lot of new questions.
There's something at energy conversion, but first... Okay, now I can grab low health enemies. Or large enemies. So basically anybody when health is low. Yeah, I want these last two. Large objects, multiple objects. That'll be fun.
Communicating, coordinating. What about the planet? Attracted them.
The power...
Okay, we want to go down to energy converters and see what this thing it's talking about is. Probably in a tower room. Oh, right, I can grab people now. Whoops. All right, so much for that. You know what? Give me just a moment. I forgot to cover my bird again. There we go. If I don't do that, he raises a fuss in a little bit. Okay, we want to go back to the sector elevator.
A lot of these questions could be answered by obtaining a live specimen.
We're going to research. Okay. Also, I forgot to comment earlier, we are now aware of Polaris, which is interesting. For a while there, I was afraid the game meant us and the fourth wall had completely breached. Oh, better health recovery. In fact, since we have that, we should deconstruct some of the weaker ones we're not going to use. Right.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Well, that's not ominous or anything. I also find it interesting that some of this stuff is live action.
So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege to steer the Bureau into dangerous waters and safely out again. To inspire and lead its people, to protect them. The board is there to advise you, but they want things in return. You hold all this in your old, trembling hands. I had to lose everything before I could see the Bureau is the director's life. There's no room for anything else. If the forces contained here escaped, we'd be dragged back into an age of superstition, terror, death. Assuming you think we ever really left that behind. Any emergency, any major containment breach, and the lockdown goes into effect. I implemented this security measure in my first years as director. I knew we were vulnerable. I'd personally seen the cost of sloppiness. I made sure the internal lockdown could only be lifted by a directorial override, only to be used when the director is confident the sectors are safe to be opened again. This way, the director is the last line of defense. And if I screw up, it's on me, and me alone.
Oh, hey, Retro. Just curious, since this came up in the last stream. The guy in the hotlines, get XCOM or X-File vibes off him? I'm also wondering about the noise coming out of the director, if it's actually saying anything.
Make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So,
Oh, this is the video we just
running
watched.
magic
Okay.
happens.
somehow got surrounded there. There we go. Look a little weird, buddy. Yeah, like... Here, could I, like, put you down? It's like there's something screwed up with his face. I guess we go further down if we can't go the other way. A control point up ahead. What's with all this junk, though? Okay, I want to go up the stairs. Parapsychology. Oh, okay, you can break these things. So if I get rid of them... nothing happens. Right. Okay, so there was a few of them. That's weird.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Doesn't look like I can go that way. Well, this hallway's gone a little weird. Emergency call supplement. Okay, new file with the Hiss Sniper. Bureau snipers specialize in eliminating threats from a distance, using the telltale searchlights affixed to their rifles to search for targets. Hiss snipers are no less lethal. The corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from their target, waiting in elevated positions for a clear shot. Care should be taken in open spaces. Check the balconies. I should note that their rifles are equipped with a bayonet for close quarters combat, and the Hiss snipers are well aware of how to use it. Refer to file redacted for full report. NA-AWE 18. Details. Transcript of a call to the California State Emergency Services. Dispatcher. 911, what is your emergency? Hello? Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I'm, inside the wires. I'm lost. Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire. Towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where, ma'am? Go. Gone. Away. Okay, and can you describe your surroundings? There's an unknown noise. Ma'am? Hello, ma'am? Dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but it was no longer in service. Okay, that's bizarre. Was that the hotline? I think for crafting I have to go to a control point, because I want to see if I can make a new weapon form or something by now. I wonder why some of these things have been foamed shut. And I'm wondering what these rooms are. What is this, experiments? Object of power containment? Something, wait. Is that a hiss? Something's in there and it's moving. And it's making noise. I can't make out what it's saying.
The astral plane. Similar to what you see, it's not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important.
Astral constructs is crafting. Okay, we can make spin.
Important to the Bureau.
That's in our collectibles. We'll watch it in a moment.
It's classified, but we can talk in broad strokes. Keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex.
Yeah, okay, I'll swap the pistol to machine gun mode. Let's go ahead and boost rate of fire while we're at it. Yeah, I forgot I had evade. Ooh, I should hand this in while I'm here.
And simplification does them. No justice. Now,
Okay, let's see what it has to say on the astral plane here.
the astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid, the board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes. The white non-space.
Are we inside some sort of eldritch horror? I think we're inside an eldritch horror. Wait, I got something. The Astral Processes and Best Practices Astral Plane Exhibition. Summary. The Astral Exhibition was originally built for the astronauts to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job with it, but Redacted was being stingy with the budget. However, once we discovered the Redacted, we decided to repurpose the space. Similar to how zoos help familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals, we hope to observe the Redacted's behavior in an environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put in with it, but Rome wasn't built in a day. Refer to file 3-19-3811 for a full report. Addendum. New naming convention have been established for the astral entity now known as Astral Spike. Outdated terms in this report have been redacted. What is that? Looks like a spotlight coming out of the moon. Oh no, is this what I fear it is?
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then, one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
I have a feeling the thing we saw on the chair is what this is talking about. Back in that one containment cell. This looks familiar. We've done things in the astral plane, and this is usually what it looks like. This is where we just were. We got turned around.
I can't believe they keep that thing here.
Oh, this is the spike. We've seen one before. We don't want to go near that, but I have a feeling it's going to make us. Hi, buddy. Could you do me a favor and just stay the hell away from me? Thanks. No. I want to keep this relation long distance if you don't mind. Not gonna come out, is it? Okay, I immediately regret this. What am I even doing down here right now? That was a mistake, but I think I see what I'm supposed to do now. Come on, buddy, follow me in. Couple shots to make it come after me.
Bureau doing with that thing?
Spike's been contained. We're cool. Oh, wait. Yeah, melee breaks it up.
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here.
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
What the hell even is that thing? Oh, I forget I can do that. Ow. Not this way, other way. Hopefully our little buddy is still in lockup. Wait, you come with me, I got a use for you. Boom, baby. Okay, someone up above, go say hi. At least one more, where are you? What hit me? Keep forgetting I can do that now. You know what? Let's make our two weapons grip and spin. Not over yet. There's more. Where are you guys? Here, have your grenade back. There we go. Health's refilled. Ah, good. We've hit our next control point.
If anyone is listening, we've encountered heavy resistance. We've fallen back to the lock department. All agents are ordered to converge here.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
She got that right.
More of you? Really?
Anybody else?
Trench said his team knows all the Bureau's secrets, Marshall especially. Does she know what happened to Dylan?
Welcome to the party lab. Marshall is right down the hall.
More, I get a personal mods. Mod. Luck and probability. Why would you have a department for that? How do you have a department for that?
There you are. I was starting to worry. Congratulations on your appointment, Director Phaeton. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
I see rangers over there. We have to help them.
Wow, I gave it the whole clip and it could have survived that. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we probably have a... What is that thing? Hiss cluster. Hiss clusters are unique in that they are a concentrated manifestation of Hiss resonance without the need of a host. Hiss clusters are dense spherical compressions of Hiss resonance that serve support functions in a hierarchy of Hiss entities. The clusters are capable of replenishing Hiss hosts with infusions of resonance. This does not heal any physical damage inflicted on the organic host, but rather seem to rejuvenate them, allowing them to endure more bodily harm than normally possible. The fact that the Hiss makes an effort to preserve its corrupted host underlies a level of awareness and discretion that was previously just speculation on my part. Can this entity be considered an individual or simply an extension of the Hiss as a whole? Capturing one alive would be quite interesting. Refer to file redacted for full report. Oh, we didn't see this.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then, one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
Switch it, you're too far for this. There we go, that gets rid of that damn thing. Well, that's just bizarre. I hate these things. Okay, cleanse the control point to get this place under control again. Oh, I seem to have summoned a boss of some sort. And he can do what I can do. There we go. Is it safe now? Oh, weird. You think this is about as far as you got? Meeting up with Marshall? I said, I only got as far as finding the hotline, and then I kind of forgot about the game for a couple months, and I thought, hey, you're streaming. You wanted to get back to this? Yeah, okay, let's stream it.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock. No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14. No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
It's a rubber duck. It's a rubber duck that apparently it's indestructible? That's strange.
This way to the lab? Okay. You must like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things around here. If Marshall can't help us with Dylan, he's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. Or taken over by the Hiss.
The weird thing is, the HRA seem to have been made just a little bit before all hell... and handed out just a little bit before all hell broke loose. Any reason to being back here? But I heard something. I just kind of blindly stumbled into that one.
You let me here. Any idea how to make it work?
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
Something new in collectibles. Oh, I got a couple new ones. Hissed warped agents. The Hiss warped wield only paranatural abilities similar to drifters. They are able to telekinetically shield themselves with nearby materials and launch objects at their target. These entities are particularly destructive and difficult to kill, possibly indicating a greater reinforcement of Hiss resonance. Why do certain Hiss display paranatural abilities while others rely on Bureau firearms? Do certain corrupted entities have less potential than the hosts that become Hiss warped? Or is this perhaps an indication of evolution or maturation of the Hiss corruption? Are there other stages of evolution yet to be found? What if the Hiss inhabit a host for a month, a year? Do hosts expire after a certain amount of time? Does the corruption become too strong for an organic body to endure? Only time and well-documented observation will tell. Refer to file redacted for full report. Oh, wait, there's more in here. Utilization of paranatural elements, Blackrock prisms. Summary. Black rock prisms are unique formations of black rock, distinct in both their shape and potency. While the density of black rock dampers paranatural forces, the unique redacted structure of prisms retain frequencies in the range from redacted to redacted hertz with perfect redacted harmonization. This report analyzes the results of focusing a redacted through a harmonized prism into a redacted. Methods of the imprinting of non-physical fields into redacted, viewing them with the properties of harmonized resonance redacted in the prism, will be explored and explained. Refer to file redacted for full report. With a game like this, I'm just going to be saying redacted a lot. This one we heard already, it was the duck. What's this?
So, we need to find all the punch cards.
Let's get everybody, because I'm missing one punch card, and then we start making a mess of things.
Have you checked the upper floor?
It's about to do. So the last one should be up here somewhere. And there's a machine up here, so let's see. Configurations, and 3 of them are X'd out, so my guess is the first one with that 3 triangles in the middle, but which machine's machine number 1?
Punch card should correspond to a terminal.
Oh, okay, it says so on the side, so... Okay, we know... It looks like this is 4. And one's going to be the one with the 3 triangles in the middle, so let's go put that in. It's 5, 3, 2.
These whiteboard drawings may be important.
Okay, we know this is 1. There's another whiteboard over here. What's this
Looks
about?
like he was working on something to do with these symbols.
I'm not going to deal with that. Clear to the bottom right, then middle is completely full. What did I put in here again? So it looks like I want to go 2...
What do the symbols mean?
3... No. Let's pull them back and think this through a bit more.
What do these whiteboards mean? Try different combinations. One of them has to work.
Where's that last one? Okay, let's look at this a bit more. Wrong button. Something about changing variables. So I'm relatively sure this is the first one, and each successive one should be something a bit different. Let me see. Oh, I put it in the wrong slot. So I'm pretty sure this is the first one. Two, three, four is upstairs. No. Four and five might be reversed, so let's flip them about. I can see it's definitely those two go together. Wait. Let me see. Looks like this one can't be near this or this. Mm-hmm. If you have any ideas, I'm open to it right now, because this is tough. It looks like those two need to be together. And these last two cannot be together. Maybe I'm overthinking things. This one's always been correctly marked as the first. Two, three, four, swap 4 and 5 if this one doesn't work and see what that does. No. Hmm. 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 The thing I don't get here is why the symbols are repeating. I'm going to look this one up because we've already been at it for a bit and seemingly going nowhere. Okay, I was right that this is 1. Then 2. So it looks like I had the first 3 right. That's weird. Here's 4. Okay. I thought I did that at some point, though. I might just be very confused.
The prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan. We need more Blackrock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab, down in the Blackrock processing site in maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way. But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go. I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it. I'm the only one who can help. Fine. I'll get the prisms first. Dylan will have to wait just a little longer. But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
With just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
Here, this will lead back to Central Research.
Right, so it sounds like pretty much what I said. He knew the hiss was coming and made the amplifiers hand him out to try to hold him at bay. Actually, less ammo cost sounds nice. Finish spin maneuvers. Not doing this. Astronauts, which is a hell of a name, by the way. Process and Best Practices Astronaut Program Summary. This report serves as an introductory guide to the astronaut program, including candidate requirements, training practices, and astral research procedures. Astronauts are chosen individuals who explore and document the astral plane by making physical contact with the X-ray light box, see case file OOP-18 for details, in the Hypnosis Lab, a section of the Parapsychology Division. Physical and psychological training is vital for the repeated transition between planes, known as dives. After each dive, astronaut must undergo a redacted session in the cognitive recording chairs to record their experience in the planes. Gathered data has conclusively proven that redacted within the astral plane vary widely between astronauts. On rare occasion, these dives can result in losses, often occurring when teams encounter aggressive astral entities. Spike up there that we saw earlier. Refer to file 8-29-1838 for full report. We heard that one, I'm pretty sure. That's not unsettling or anything. Okay, but while we're here, can I get to hypnosis?
Regarding HRAs. What are they for?
That probably went in collections. We'll see. Yeah, we'll watch it from there. Darling, budget request. Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague, Dr. Harrington, has already contacted you asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel, all fuss but no results. Parakinsology has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. Sure, a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think what these additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Abram Lewis. Way to lay it on thick, buddy. Here we go.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
Whatever it is he saw coming, it did things to him. Give me a moment.
So you always need to wear them. And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway?
We just got a file. Resonance theory. Resonance, it's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Redacted opened the door to a redacted I've called redacted. The redacted emits a force as far beyond the forces we previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomenon? AWEs, altered items, objects of power, do they share a common redacted that we've yet to discover? It's probably just the word resonance under there. We can harmonize control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer this whole time? Refer to file redacted for full report. Why do I hear the hiss is trying to kill you music? More info on the astral plane. Examination of paranatural topics, the astral plane, and objects of power. Summary. The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users into the astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle, determined by Jungian archetypes as the collective subconscious, would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an AWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the Redacted and the Astral Plane to that item, making it an object of power. I wonder if that's supposed to be the board. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully, the truth will emerge. Refer to file 6-32-6498 for a full report.
Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not modern devices. We're not tracking your movements.
What's in here? Got an astral plane counter essay. Object alternate perspective, objects of power, and near astral connections. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the Redacted, an entity or group of entities that we have little information on, or little that I'm allowed to access. Again, I wonder if it's the board. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the Redacted, again, possibly board, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His works suppose these links are innate, a fact ingrained to the very Redacted of objects, probably resonance, such as the hotline or the service weapon. What if these particular objects were never linked to the Redacted, but had that connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other object of power requires such direct contact with the Redacted? Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director, or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the Redacted is a natural fact and not something more redacted? Refer to file 6-23-9382 for full report. Again, I think they're talking about the board in here. Yeah, that was stupid of me.
Constantly changing labyrinth. Can never pass through. Dimensional research. Every measure of security.
Right. We're only hearing snippets. What's the full thing?
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the Binder, and those the Binder invites, can ever pass through. The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
This isn't where we need to be right now, but we can take a quick look, I think. Oh, crap, I might have done a stupid. Am I the only one getting some weird Twin Peaks vibe off this crazy thing? Looks like we can't go through. It just leads us around till we decide to leave, so whatever. Darn it. Okay, we have abilities. Now we can launch the big stuff. And I want this because not only can I hold a lot of stuff, but even while I'm carrying things, energy will recharge. So I'm going to need like 2 more upgrades to do that. We want to go up here. So we want to go back to parapsychology, it looks like. Oh, this reminds me. Hand in board countermeasures. Need a bit more source before I can make Pierce. Wrong way, you want to go upstairs. I missed a file. Groupthink. Rethinking groupthink. This study extends to the works of Irving Janis, Robert Barron, and others by proposing strong causal links between groupthink and the passive or active use of telepathy. To prove these connections, the parapsychology department carried out variations of Solomon Ash's original conformity experiments using a telepathic individual as the subject. See experiments redacted for details. Extensive Qualitative and quantitative data resulting from these experiments was then used to identify telepathic interference within the group. Further empirical findings suggest measures can be taken to safeguard against telepathic influence on behaviors by engaging in Redacted. Rather boldly, the paper stands to revolutionize decades of groupthink theory and provide new directions for further experimentation on the mind, including manipulations of Redacted and Redacted. Refer to file 3-18-2849 for full report. I want to go to the hypnosis lab. That's this way, apparently. Oh, wait, they probably mean... yeah. Here's hypnosis. There's people in here.
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
Didn't think so. Interesting. Get in here. Is there a clue or something to what they're looking for here? Oh, okay, this looks good. There we go. Right, let's bind the thing that's hypnotizing everyone. I'm sure that's a great idea.
Please state your name for the record. Paul Warren, Astronaut First Class. And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal entangling, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia?
Yeah. I am.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your suit is good? Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
I mean, we've been already. It's not that bad. So, C's. Enemies at low health can be teased. What the hell am I doing? Oh! I can make involuntary besties. Spiffy. Okay. Okay, we convert them. Oops. Okay, so they can damage it. It looks like we want to go up there. And we kind of sort of maybe just killed everyone. Oops.
Their brains were fried when I took over the object.
Time to put our new abilities to work. Here, help me out, would ya? Yeah, that didn't end well. I got us at the 6, but I need 8. Hmm. Here's the control room we start at.
Marshall knows something about Dylan. Is he here? Is he all right? HRAs first. They'll help save everyone, including Dylan, once I find him. Can you keep him safe? Like you do with me?
Book club entry again. X-ray light box. Containment procedure. No unique procedures needed. Description / para-utility. The object is a light box used to examine X-ray images. The image cannot be removed from the light box. The information on the image belongs to a patient named Redacted. The object allows para-utilitarians to forcibly seize individuals redacted. The seized individual becomes redacted to the user. The effect lasts redacted. Once released, the seized redacted as a result of the psychic trauma. I know the last one is that we apparently brain fry anyone we let go of, and that we mind control the user. The object has no current binder. Oh, we fixed that. A janitor named Redacted bound the object at St. Anne's Hospital and redacted. Soon the building's occupants were redacted by him. The Bureau dispatched an emergency response team to Redacted, the perpetrator, and redacted the item. Fatalities numbered in the Redacted. For operational details, see case 26-HQ-452. Got some correspondence. Unless You, review by Captain Lopez. These days, most YA novels intertwine the coming-of-age story with either a contrived dystopian setting or a tragic romance, unless You managed to do both. In the story, the protagonist and her love interest search for a cure to a virus called the Fix, which is simultaneously killing her and spreading across the whole world. To find a cure, they go on an expedition into dangerous, uncharted territories. The people all lived in walled cities now because dystopian future. And along the way, they just have to fall in love. I liked how we never got to know if the fix was ever actually fixed. The ending was bold, especially for YA. The main character succumbs to the fix when she's so close to the cure and commands her love interest to go on and save the world. She knows this is the end for her, but that the job can still get done. She dies out in the unknown, alone and surrounded by danger, but never loses sight of the goal. That's a good soldier's death. I give the book a 3 out of 5. I feel most of the teenage angst is a little lost on me, but I'd recommend it to my brother's kids. Unless You. Okay, what was Samson reading? Samson also read Unless You, and yeah, he gave it 2 out of 5, and he didn't think much of it either. Okay, we saw that already, heard that one already. Guess we hop down to maintenance. Thresholds. The oldest house is a place in flux. Thresholds appear with no warning. What the threshold will contain is a question we can only answer once it manifests. The widely accepted theory is that thresholds are dimensions vibrating on a redacted frequency different from our own, probably resonance frequency. When these frequencies match, the threshold will manifest in the oldest house, which acts as a redacted. Others theorize thresholds are parallel universes or possibly our own reality at different points in time. Some believe our collection of altered materials affects the house or attracts the thresholds. We do know for certain that thresholds are not permanent. Eventually their frequency will shift. Some believe Earth itself is just another threshold connected to the oldest house, which is actually rooted in some other reality. This theory, while impossible to disprove, causes redacted in those who learn of it, so is actively denied. Refer to file 5-05-1881 for the full report. We needed to see Blackrock processing, so this way. Oh, here comes the fun patrol. Oops. Listen, Trench is on the warpath about this Tennyson report thing. He wants to know who wrote it, and he wants to know yesterday. Whoever did it is going to get crucified. I don't know if it was one of you guys, and I don't want to know. I'm not super keen on leading a witch hunt, so tell everyone in the sector to keep their heads down. Best not to be on anyone's radar right now, you know? I tell you, not even counting all the weird shit we deal with, this place can be downright a hostile work environment sometimes. Yeah, we came down here, so it looks like we want to go. Munitions testing on OOP-22, aka Home Safe. The safe object of power can produce a barrier using objects or materials from its immediate vicinity. See OOP-22 case file for more details. Bureau Rangers were given permission to employ heavy weaponry against a para-utilitarian bound in this object in order to gauge the barrier's durability. Redacted and redacted velocity ammunition were tested with redacted results. Testing will continue after redacted. Safe object of power is clearly a viable candidate for use in combat response scenarios. Allowing para-utilitarians to participate in altered engagements would be an advantage worth considering. Refer to file 8-53-8367 for the full report. I guess we're going to get some sort of shield power this way? We want to go right now is field training, which... Let me see if I go out here, do I find a way to field training? Yeah, this is field training. I'll make the detour if it's a new ability. Wrong button. I'd like to file a formal complaint re the unauthorized use of my voice in a state of quality that I did not agree on. The fact that they were planning to use material from what I thought was a rehearsal was not communicated to me at all. Had it been, I would have disallowed the use of those recordings. I want use of the Ranger field training course recorded messages to halt immediately. I will not stand for this humiliation among my peers. I'll go to HR with this if necessary. Signed, Randall Pulaski. Huh?
So I just read this. Welcome to the Ranger Field Training course. The course must be completed in the specified amount of time. When you're ready to start, press the button. Is that all, or?
I always did love obstacle courses.
I mean, I'd complain, but you guys have heard me read.
Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Five seconds remaining.
Don't think I'm going to make it.
Seconds remaining. Five seconds remaining. Course failed. Try again, Ranger.
Let's switch this back to pistol. At least now we can see what it wants out of us.
Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Seconds remaining.
There we go.
Guessing this isn't usually part of the course.
Yeah, that's the shield we were
Protecting
looking at.
itself. I need to hit it harder to break that shield.
Oh, okay. Barely, but we're through it. Hiss attack in 3, 2. Here they come! Thank you, I needed that. Where do we want to go now? Wait, we have a case file. No unique procedures required. This object is a guardhouse brand home safe. Weight measurements vary. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically gather items and debris from their surroundings. The object is currently bound by Redacted. Discovered in the basement of a home in Redacted, Ohio, the object gained rapid interest in certain online forums dedicated to opening abandoned safes. After months of failure, the owner attempted to open it with explosives. The object survived with no physical damage. Bureau agents were dispatched, now confident of its paranatural nature. Blood occasionally emerges from seam around the object's door. The tests confirm the blood is not human. X-rays taken of the object indicate that something is trapped inside, though the images are always blurred, which indicates the contents of the object are moving. All attempts to open the object have been unsuccessful. It's probably for the best we don't open that. I don't want to know what happens if that thing gets out. Hi, buddy. Oh, I'm going to claim this guy. And you. That was stupid of me. bastard. Here, have your own rocket back at ya. Darn it. Actually, let me check some. Ooh, yeah, I've got enough to finish this. But it's locked. Making shield a release object would be good. I don't think I'm going to get the mouse SCs. Actually, because I'm getting so much out of it, let's start boosting launch damage since I'm making so much use out of it. Yeah, we'll just cap the launch damage. Oh, I see. I need to max it out before I could do that. Okay. Now I'll save up enough to get multi-launch, and that'll be good. Down the maintenance sector. And Blackrock process. Hello. Help me out, why don't you? Okay, I gotta go to the Atlas chamber. Okay, was there another one hiding down here? Go back to processing. Well, it says they're both this way. Looks like there's other ways across. Let's go double check the turbine room. I think there's something else we could plug in, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Ah, it's what you take out. You're with me. It's the cord again. Where's this way go, though? That's exactly what I didn't want to do. At least it's an easy trip back. The law of Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point, catalyst light switch, the law of 3 applies, which means 1, 2, 3. Oh, right. So I should pull this back out so these rooms match better. Right? I appear to have done a thing if that noise was anything to go by. Probably the Black Pyramid again. One, two, three. The way forward is ready. Let's go.
Okay, we need to find a way to Blackrock processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
The Atlas is a physical expression created by the oldest house. Its purpose and function are currently unknown. The specific shape and dimensions of the Atlas, see file ATL-03 for set dimensions, seem to indicate a more explicit purpose than the oldest house's usual walls, floors, or ships. The Atlas changes form, but resists observation when doing so. No visual observation has been made during its change, and it only ever occurs between frames monitored by surveillance cameras. A previous theory is that this change corresponds to house ships and that the Atlas is a redacted of the redacted itself. Probably meant to be some sort of map of the oldest house. However, the shape changes do not occur at the same time as the building shifts, which makes this theory doubtful. Structurally, the Atlas is made of the same redacted material as the rest of the oldest house. Further observations will hopefully aid in discovering its purpose. Refer to file 8-37-3592 for full report. There's people here. Not yet, huh? Where's the last one? Yeah, I can get up there. Cleanse the control point. And with that, we're just a little past 11, so I'm going to consider this a stopping point. I'd like to thank everyone for coming, and let me find you someone interesting to raid. Let's see, who's doing something interesting? Actually, we got Lethal Feline playing the newly released Vomitorium, so let's go see that. I'll be back on Tuesday to continue this game. And I'll see everyone around.